Everyone, welcome back with me again. I'm Muhammad Al with student number 20400104040. I would like to explain about compounding in morphology. And now we need to understand what a compound in morphology. So compound is when you combine two different words in order to create a new entire word with different meaning. There are several types of compound in morphology. The first one like noun plus noun. For example, in toothbrush or bathroom. And now the second one is noun plus verb, like scarecrow, like in the word scarecrow. And now there are adjective plus noun, like in greenhouse. Now we got noun plus verb or verb plus noun, like in the word babysit or in the word sunshine. And the last one is preposition plus noun, like in the word overwhelm or underneath. Now regarding the compounded, there are two types of compound in morphology as far as I know. The first one is transparent semantics. The transparent semantics meaning can be deduced from its part. For example, like in bedroom, which refers to a bed in a room. And the second one is opacity. Opacity meaning doesn't relate it to each part, like in the word butterfly. Yeah. Now in learning compounding, there's also something called stress. Stress is a key to recognize the type of the compounding. Like for example, in the word blackboard, if the stress is in the first element, you will hear blackboard, but blackboard. Like if the stress in this is in this at second element, you can hear it like blackboard. Yeah. So in order to learn compound easily, there are several strategies you can do to distinguish the compound. The first one is compound scavenger hunts. This in this strategy, you will have to make a list of a compound and compare them each other and share the meanings. The objective is to identify the compound words in particular text. Of course, there are also several strategies like compound creation tasks, role play, and dialogue exercise, and word sorting activities, and compound exercise. Of course, in order to apply these strategies, you have to figure out the key or components first. Okay, the first key ideas is the formative associative ideas, which is consists of compound comparison ideas, word matching tasks, and identification words. The second keyword is summative assessment ideas. Like you can write an essay which consists of 10 compounds or more, or you can analyze the compound by yourself, like identify the meaning, the stress, etc. You might wonder how learning compound might improve vocabulary acquisition. Okay, so by learning compound, you will eventually improve your vocabulary acquisition while memorizing each word. But there are several issues that teacher might face when teaching about compound. Like the first one is to choose the correct teaching method, and the second is teacher have teachers should have a capability in identifying several words and phrases. Now let's take a step back about transparency, semantic, and opacity, and how does this affect the learners. And okay, of course, as a learner, you might find that some words or phrases have related in meaning and some are not. Now, as an educator, what should you do? You should explain that the point of learning compound in morphology is to create a brand new word by combining two different words, whether it's related each other or not, and to make a brand new word with different meaning than the previous word that has been combined. Okay, also in pronunciation and listening, stress might influence the meaning of a word. Therefore, educators need to explain that there are several words that are similar in writing but different in meaning. depends on the trust. Like if the trust is in the beginning of at the beginning of the word, like present, the means that is a gift. But what about the trust is at the end of the word, like present, which mean which refers to when you are present, you are present and material in the presentation. So in teaching compounding, I have several strategies which can be useful for all of the educators. Like first of all, you need to you need to check the knowledge of part of speech for each student. Secondly, teach them about semantic transparency and opacity. And the last one, you need to train the stress in pronunciation. I think that's all I can explain for you today. I'm sorry if there are any mistakes. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.